God has created all human beings free, and Islam recognizes the godly given freedoms of every individual. The Quran clearly rejects coercion, where God says there is no coercion in faith. When we examine the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family, we see that he granted freedom of expression to all people, whether his companions, his allies, or even his enemies. When the Prophet migrated to Medina and established an Islamic government, he did not force anyone to convert to Islam, practice Islam, or refrain from expressing himself. The Quran informs us that in Medina there were plenty of hypocrites. These hypocrites would express their opinions, cause trouble in the Muslim community, and would constantly plot against the Prophet. However, never did he imprison them or exile them from Medina, as the Quran states that Prophet's responsibility was to be a reminder, teaching and reminding people of Islamic principles. His responsibility was not to coerce or compel people to accept Islam. He would constantly admonish the hypocrites and warn them that God would punish them severely for their evil acts, but he did not persecute them or imprison them. They enjoyed the freedom to express themselves. They would hold gatherings, many of which were secretive. They had a strong presence in the mosque, and they would express their views regarding every subject, such as religion, war, specific Islamic rulings, community affairs, policies, and so on and so forth. The Prophet did not ban them from expressing their views. The Prophet also listened to the views of the people of the book, the Christians and the Jews. They had the right to express their religious views, ask the Prophet, or debate him on a specific subject. The Prophet would also listen to his enemies. They were not banned from expressing their viewpoints and from hearing their demands. However, while Islam recognizes freedom of expression, there are certain limits which must be observed. These restrictions on freedom of expression are not aimed at limiting people and restricting their freedoms. They are rather aimed at protecting the rights of people. No society can enjoy genuine freedom without limits and restrictions. If people were free to do whatever they wished, our societies would become lawless and turn into a jungle. The restrictions Islam places on freedom of expression can be summarized as follows. First, Islam considers backbiting as a grave sin. The Quran likens backbiting to eating the flesh of one's dead brother. Islam wants the honor and dignity of all people protected. Second, Islam imposes strict restrictions on accusing other people. If we see someone publicly launching accusations against other people, such a person is to be stopped, since he has abused his right to freedom of expression by wronging others. Third, Islam also bans people from cursing or swearing at God, Prophet Muhammad, other prophets of God, and the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them. Doing so is considered an offensive, because if corrupt people are given the green light to do so, they will undermine the religious security of the people, and it will violate the sanctity of these holy and respected beings.